Hello, this is Dr. Tay, and welcome to the Chakra series. In this video, I will talk about the Sacral Chakra and how to meditate and how to prepare your uh, meditation from this video. We're not going to be doing the meditation today, but I will talk about this chakra. And in the upcoming videos, I'm going to go over each chakra and explain everything. And towards the end, if you watch all these videos, I will show you how to meditate. The sacral chakra is the second chakra, and compared to the first chakra, which is the root chakra, which was earth, this has to do with water. It's very fluid, and water has is very versatile, and it can make you very versatile as well. And it has to help you navigate through a lot of the, how do you say, social situations in life, and it has to do with sexuality. And what that means is not just sexual relationships, is how you present yourself. And when you show up to a party and you have a stain on your uh, clothes, that will ultimately affect your sacral chakra. You don't feel confident. So, sense of feelings of attractive, right? To pull people to you, whether it's relationships or friends. So, and a lot of the things that would be in excess of this chakra is that you might have a lot of pride. And if it's blocked where you're weak, you might feel a sense of guilt. You might feel a sense of shame. And once again, in this series is all about mental health, and it's good to balance these excess and deficiencies. And it's good to come to a place of balance where you feel confident. In the last video, in the root chakra, it was all about the foundations of who you are, right? So that you're no longer being in survival mode, but also be in a place so that you can grow. And one way you can grow from that platform is that you're able to present yourself to yourself in the morning when you look yourself in the mirror, and to other people, so that you have a sense of confidence. Just like if you were to have a stain on your clothes, you don't want to present yourself. You don't want to be, how do you say, you feel ashamed, right? Because you have this stain that you want to get rid of. So that stain, in much of itself, it could be a emotional memory of when you were a younger version of yourself and made mistakes. And let's say that feeling could be like a stain. So in many ways, a lot of politicians, they have some, I don't know, a bad past, and they want to run for politics. And if somebody tells them, hey, you were like this when you were younger and all this stuff, they might feel a sense of shame. And if they're confident, they say, you know what, when I was young, you know, I was like that, but not anymore. And look at me, I developed myself into a better person, and now I'm trying to help a public at large. So that's a personality that comes from a self of confidence. Now, some people uh, don't have the confidence that they need because of some sort of medical condition. And a lot of teenagers suffer from acne. And I can attest, you can see a lot of scars around my face, right? I have this spot over here that I'm trying to get rid of. And it comes from, having very severe acne. And when I was a kid, I did not know the amount of information on nutrition and how it affected my body. So I had a lot of acne. And whenever I had an acne on my nose that was big, kids used to make fun of me. I didn't want to present myself in front of people. But now I took care of my skin, and I try to eat better and so forth. That's one component. So how you're going to present yourself plays a fundamental good role on how you take care of yourself. So don't just think about it in terms of just emotions. You have to do a lot to keep this self of confidence be in a good place. Now, if you were to meditate on this, right, you have to meditate to the point where you're developing good habits to do this. For some people who do this in excess, have a lot of pride, in the sense that they get him or herself a nice pair of clothes, and they go out of the way to present themselves in front of people, and perhaps make fun of other people, saying, hey, what you're wearing really is not good, look at me. And that's where pride can borderline hurt other people. And it's courteous to make good comments. Oh, your hair changed, or something different about your hair. Oh, you look great. So a lot of people try to address small positive changes so that they make comment, which instills confidence in people. So one way to, create better social relationship with other people is to notice these things. But more importantly, around a sense of shame, sense of guilt that can prevent you from meeting that person again because you feel ashamed. I was reading this article about a person who was bullied, and thanks to social media, this person was able to find all the bullies that this person had, and they confronted them. And to this person's surprise, some of the bullies that this person had growing up in high school really apologized to them and told them stories about how they were treated at home or elsewhere and how much they suffered. And that energy, transferred onto another person, and they felt very apologetic. And this person, wrote this great article, and I'm like, wow. By that person having the confidence to confront their former bullies, not only gave rise of sense of confidence in themselves and forgive themselves, and also give other people an opportunity to come out and say, hey, when I was young, I'm really sorry. And I'm really sorry about how I treated, X, Y, and Z, and what I've said and what I've done. And these are the things that we need to address within ourselves. So in your meditation, play back to not only times when you were the victim of people mistreating you, but have you mistreated other people? And perhaps these people are no longer in your life, in your immediate circle, but if you were to meet them, would you be ashamed? Right? And these are the things that you must learn how to transform into something more positive. One, don't do these things that will ultimately impact other people in a negative way. Number two, go back into your memories, and you must find episodes of, did you bully people? Did you say nasty things? Did you mistreat people? And if you did, one, you have to forgive yourself, right? And know the reasons why these things stem from. Big question is, what was done to you to create these things, mistreatment to others, right? That's something to really think about. Or some people are just born in a bad way, right? And are you one of those people that was not taught bad things or done bad things, but it is in your nature to do so? So learn where it's coming from, right? And then start thinking about what you can do to tell yourself, at least within yourself, that you forgive yourself, that you give understanding to yourself that these things happened, and start forgiving yourself and let it go. Let go of shame, let go of guilt, so that you come to a nice place. And ultimately, you have to take care of yourself to come to a place of confidence. And that place of confidence should not border where there is too much pride and is ultimately having negative impact on yourself, on others and yourself. And if the chakra is so weak and you don't have a confidence and you're afraid to talk to people because you lack this confidence, it's good to know this border where you're too weak or where you're too strong. And in this meditation of your sacral chakra that fundamentally deals with sexuality, attractiveness, a sense of confidence, and what you have to do to maintain that confidence so that when you meet people in social situations, you are at sense of ease. And in order to continue that path, how do you maintain a sense of balance is the most important thing in this series that I'm trying to explain to people one chakra at a time. One of the most personal things that I can share, right, is that growing up in a I was an immigrant. So I was an immigrant in Argentina. I was an immigrant in New York, and changing schools at an early age and making new friends from start. I think I was bullied, and I bullied other kids. But there was one particular kid that was severely bullied, right? And I was part of that equation, right? Ultimately, in my meditation, I had to go back and seek forgiveness to myself and not let these things happen again. And now I'm at the point where, like, I will not allow these things. And I recognize people who are being bullied, and I speak for them. I speak up for them. Hey, that's not nice. You shouldn't say that to him. This person should deserve more respect. And of course, on the other side of the token, I hang out with a bunch of friends who are from high school, and we make fun of each other, and that's part of, but we don't hurt each other's feelings, right? And we don't say it with malintent. So I don't want to say that it's important to create a snowflake environment for people to easily get offended and stuff like that. However, there should be a level of sensitivity. And in the social aspect is that if we are tremendously ignorant people in general, and I recognize that about myself because there's so much information out there, and it's good to be educated and present yourself to be educated. However, when people find themselves, some people may get easily triggered, and it's good to know these borders, right? However, if you're one of those people who say, you know what, I'm going to offend people left and right, and I don't care what they do. This is and I think that's where too much pride comes in. It's a good example of pride from a social aspect. And it's good to know that what you say can hurt other people. And if you don't recognize these things because you are very stubborn or inflexible in your views, whether it's political, religious, and so forth, it's good to find the balance between all of these things. So the sacral chakra is all about presentation and the level of attractiveness and how you come to a state of confidence. So something to think about. And if you're following these series, please watch the previous video and upcoming videos on each chakra. And in a future video, I will talk about all of the chakras combined together, and it's going to lead into a meditation for each chakra. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos. And I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.